Are you having a job interview anytime soon and wondering how to ace it? Keep watching to find out. Hey guys, it's Aura. Welcome to my channel. As far as my struggling adult life is concerned, I've experienced countless of job interviews. Before landing my current job, I briefly worked in a nursing review center, spent a few years in different BPO companies, and as an international student in Australia, worked as a kitchen hand in a kebab shop and at the same time as a cleaner for a radiology lab. So yeah, throughout that whole ordeal, I have gathered a few interview tips that I always apply when I have a job interview. While some interviews may be more formal than others, I had one goal in mind. That is, to make sure the employer knows that I will be an asset to their team and that it will be a big loss if they don't hire me. In Australia, I've experienced 4 types of job interviews. First one is the on-the-spot job interview. This usually happens when you approach an employer directly to do door-to-door job applications. Most of the time, this feels more like a conversation. The employer will likely ask you if you have job experience, what times you're available, and what your working rights are. If you're an international student looking for a part-time job, you likely experience this a lot. For me, this is how I got my kitchen hand job. The second type is the phone interview. This is how you likely get contacted for submitted online applications or for interstate job offers. You need to make sure that you sound clear and confident over the phone as much as possible. Modulate your voice so it's not too loud and not too soft. Make sure you listen attentively and give the interviewer time to finish what they are saying on the other line. Don't cut them off. Usually having a phone interview is just an initial stage, and you'll have to do personal interview afterwards if you progress through the job process. Thirdly, group interviews. I have experienced this when I applied for my grad year in aged care. I was in a group of 20 applicants and we were given different tasks to show our leadership skills. It was a very fun experience. We did group activities like building a Lego toy, and we were also tasked to discuss issues in the aged care sector as a group. So yes, kailangan talaga magbida-bida mga besh. For group interviews, take note that although you want the spotlight on yourself, you have to respect other people in the group as well and allow them to express their opinions. Hindi pwede na ikaw lang ang nagsasalita. So I ended up being the moderator of the group discussion, thanking each person for their opinion and calling the next person. I think that was a really big plus for me. And lastly, the one-on-one job interview. So after the group interview for that nursing grad position, we were also given the chance to have a one-on-one interview with the HR staff. Also, I had the same type of formal job interview with my cleaning job when I was a student. And since most of us dread this kind of interview, I'm gonna share some tips on how to ace it like a pro. Just kidding, I'm not an HR expert, so these tips are based solely on my personal experience. Tip number 1, again, do your research. What technical skills and knowledge are essential for the job you're applying for? If you need to review some stuff, then go and do it. Remember that you need to prove that you can effectively carry out your role. Also, review about the company's history, core values, mission and vision, and think about how you can relate to it. Tip number 2, practice situational questions. This has a lot of bearing on your interview, as it will show your employer how you behave in specific situations. May it be relating to customer service, clinical decision-making, or even just dealing with a difficult colleague. You need to prepare to answer for this type of questions. Tip number 3, arrive early than being just on time. Doing so will give you time to relax and have a breather before being grilled. Pretty self-explanatory, hey? Tip number 4, exude confidence.
Wow!
Exude, big word. Being confident about yourself shows the employer that you can carry yourself well. You can do this by dressing appropriately and avoiding fidgety behaviors. Also, Don't forget to initiate that handshake and maintain eye contact when speaking at all times. Tip number 5. Keep your responses brief and concise. Remember, less talk, less mistakes. While searching the internet on how to explain this better, I came across the STAR technique. It is an efficient tool that you can use as a guide in answering job interview questions. And lastly, tip number 6. Ask questions. At the end of every interview, the interviewer will always ask if you have any questions. By all means, use this to your advantage and ask relevant questions. This will let your employer know that you are proactive and that you are very much interested in knowing more about the job position and the company. You see, job interviews allow us to showcase our communication skills. And when I say communication skills, I don't specifically refer to just English speaking skills. By speaking to someone over the phone or in person, we get to show them a lot of things about ourselves. Our self-confidence, our friendliness, how well we express ourselves, how we listen and pay attention, and most importantly, how we show respect towards another person. As I said, I'm no HR expert. I'm just another adult struggling to find my place in the world, and someone who loves to share my experiences in the hopes of making your adult life a bit easier with my videos. So yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If there's anything you wish to add, please comment below. And if you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Again, this is Aura reminding you to just keep rolling. Thanks for watching. Bye.